So you might, in your everyday life, hear phrases that somehow relate to math, whether it's the cost of something or how long you work. You hear these phrases that involves numbers and could be expressed in a math way. And you might work for a business or be tasked to take these applications and express them, say, like in a spreadsheet where you have cost or your savings and you need to write some sort of math expression for that. So we're going to be translating phrases into variable expressions. Now, some strategies for this is to reread for clarity and to identify important information. So this first example, we have 1/2 the difference between x and 5. I'm going to reread that for clarity. 1/2 the difference between x and 5. Now, let's identify some important information. We got 1/2 here. I'm going to highlight that. We're dealing with a difference here. I'm going to highlight that. We have a variable x and 5. Now, I need to put these pieces together here. So, I'm going to start with my variable x, and they're talking about difference, meaning we're subtracting. And it's the difference between x and 5 that I've highlighted. Now that 1/2 is for what I just wrote. It's for that difference. It's 1/2 of the difference. So I'm going to multiply 0.5 to that. There we go. That's my math expression for that phrase there. Let's look at another example. Here we have a factory worker loaded some n number of boxes onto a cart. Each box is 10 pounds. The cart weighs 25 pounds. Write an expression for the total weight. All right, once again, let's highlight some important information. My variable here is going to be n. I'm seeing some numbers. I always like to highlight the label with the number. We're dealing with pounds here. And it's also good to see what they're looking for. They're looking for total weight here. All right, so there are a couple more. This is a longer expression here that we're dealing with. So like the 10 pounds deals with each box, and the n is the number of boxes. So I'm going to write 10n because for each box it's 10 pounds. Now, for total weight, if we're talking about the cart already weighing 25 pounds and you're adding boxes to that, we're going to add the 25 pounds to the weight of the boxes for our total weight. All right, our last example is a multiple choice question. Here we're dealing with a rectangle and expressions represent the lengths in inches of its sides, and it's shown below here. And so especially notice they're saying, I'm going to reread for clarity, there are expressions representing the lengths. So you can see how we don't have numbers for the side, so we have these expressions. Which of the following expressions represents the perimeter in inches of the rectangle? To reread for clarity here, they're looking for perimeter. All right, so this is a multiple choice question. Already we can cross a couple off. Notice how if I'm looking at this picture, perimeter being that distance around, we have 4 x's here. So for A and B, where it only has 2x, I know it's not that. So it's not A and it's not B. Okay? So we're looking at C or D. Now the difference is, here we have a +4 and a +8. I do see a +4 in the picture here. However, if this is +4 and this is also +4, you're going to want to go with option D here because it's that +8. One thing to note when dealing with a rectangle is that if this length is x, then opposite is also x. All right, thanks for watching.